What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. Before we get started, man, will you please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Today, we are going to be talking about, OnlyFans girls, but one OnlyFans girl in particular. I'll make sure I put the picture in the thumbnail, and I'll probably try to put it up again in this video. And before I get any further, I had to record this on my cell phone because I think my camera overheated. Made the dumb mistake of letting it sit in the car. But anyways, if you guys heard recently, there was a girl who, since I gotta keep it YouTube friendly, she deleted herself by jumping off it was either a 22 or a 29 story building, and they said that before she did that, she was telling family and friends that she wanted to start a family and whatnot. And she was 29. So that right there lets you know, okay, she was about to hit the wall, or pretty much at the wall. I mean, looking at what I saw in the picture, she was still pretty good looking. You know what I mean? I mean, it's really unfortunate, and I had posted this in my stories on Facebook because a lot of women wonder, like why do I care about these things so much? And my main thing is this: just like her, I want to have a family someday, and if I can have any kind of effect, no matter how small it is, on how men and women operate when it comes to relationships, then by all means, you know what I mean, I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's like how they say in the MANOSPHERE, man. If you can help change one life, or you can help one life, you're doing your job. And to some degree, I feel like I've already been doing that, because I showed y'all the video. There was a video I put out probably about a week or two ago about the young kid that I spoke to on Facebook who really didn't understand his reproductive rights. So I had to thoroughly explain it to him, to a point where I think he had a complete 180 looking at that whole situation. And that's a good thing, because men need to know their rights, so that way they're not, they're not being manipulated by women. So here's my whole thing about this woman in particular. I think, just like some women, they get to a certain age, that biological clock start ticking. Then it becomes, I think I want a family and whatnot now. See, here's the thing though, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard this on other platforms, but it's real. Between 18 and I want to say, for me personally, in my opinion, I want to say about 18 to 27 or 18 to 28. Damn, y'all, it's raining out here. It's trying to rain out here. Those are the prime years for a woman. And those are when a woman looks her best. I believe Rollo Tomasi he had a chart that showed, the peakness of a woman's attraction, appeal, whatever word you want to use, is around 23 and 24, which kind of makes sense when you think about it, because I mean, and maybe this, and I'm just speaking from experience. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, so just take this with a grain of salt. But generally, most women that I've met in my lifetime that are usually around that age, that does seem to be like the peakness of their looks. And then, like, you know, most women aren't really like taking care of themselves or going to the gym like that. So generally, when they get mid, late 20s, that's when you generally start to see the looks fall off a little bit. They might, you know what I mean? You know, they might start getting a fupa. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, all of a sudden it's a little harder to keep that tummy flat. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened with this girl. Now, obviously being an OnlyFans girl, you know, she was still fit. But I do believe, you know, with her being 29, I think reality hit her like, whoa, you know what? Like, yeah, I need to lock a man down so I can go ahead and start a family. And another thing you ladies need to know, like, once you hit 30, I'm like, pregnancy gets pretty risky. And 35, that's what they call geriatric pregnancy. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry, I'm over here belching. So her being at 20, so let's just say, for example, let's say, all right, she's 20, she was 29, right? Let's say if she would have met a man the very next day, like, I would imagine she would probably want a year or two before she would start having kids with this guy, right? Minimum, okay? At this point, she would be 30, 31. You have your first kid. By this time, you probably 31, 32. And me, myself, I don't believe in having just one child, because that single child syndrome is real. So let's say she has at least 2 kids. Well, I can tell you this, by the time she has those 2 kids, she's damn near gonna be 35 anyway. So, in a nutshell, basically, why I want to use that example is because you have a lot of women out here, highly attractive, pushing 30 or in their 30s, don't have kids. They don't really seem to be in a rush to, as if like they got forever. And I really hope that these women aren't using celebrities and other people as examples of, oh, I can wait till this X amount of time. Like, no. Those people have access to a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to freeze eggs. I'm like, hell, it's so bad. It's so bad in this country. I was even considering possibly getting a surrogate. And when I found out how expensive that was, I was kind of like, all right, maybe I need to recalibrate that idea. As good as it sounds, because the way these women are, I would much rather have a surrogate and be a single father than trying to do anything with these Western women. So yeah, ladies, I mean, I get it. I mean, really, I really do. I mean, the way y'all been programmed and brainwashed is to pretty much sleep around like men in your 20s, but on the back end, it's hurting y'all, because once y'all get in y'all 30s, you know, it's not only is it hard to procreate from a biological perspective, but just from I'm like just common sense. I mean, think about it. If you want to start a family with a man and you're in your 30s, why would he not go after the 20-year-olds, the women in their 20s that are a lot younger, a lot less riskier of, you know, anything going wrong with the pregnancy. And not only that, I mean, they'll still have younger years to where you can kind of enjoy life with your kids. And, you know, back in my blue pill days, that was always one of the reasons, because people used to always ask why I wanted kids early. And to tell you something, a little something about me, my father had me probably like around my age now. Like I said, I'm 36. So by the time I was like almost in my teen years, my dad couldn't really, like, you know, go in the backyard, toss the baseball, go, you know, play basketball. Like, he couldn't hang like that, because by then, you know, by the time I was grown enough, you know, to move around and jump, run, and all that, like, my dad is in his mid-40s, early 50s. You know what I mean? By this point, he's breaking down, because my dad never had a workout regimen or ate healthy like I do. You know what I mean? Which is one of the reasons why I do emphasize exercise, eating well, and taking care of yourself. Because if and when I do have kids, you know, when they get older, I still want to be able to play with them and hang with them, and not feel like I can't because I'm old and I'm getting gassed and I'm tired. Like, nah, I want to be able to enjoy those moments with my kids. So, all I'm saying is this, ladies. Like, if I had any advice to give for women who want to start a family, as far as age range, my advice would be between, and women are going to hate this, but somewhere between 21 to 27, 28. Max. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, 21, 22 is usually when women are getting out of college. That's if they're going to college. And, you know, some women, you know how y'all been brainwashed to have y'all whole phase. So that'll probably happen. But, I mean, if women are being honest, I think y'all know y'all don't really get the same kind of fulfillment out of that a man does, because one, y'all are not biologically built to do that, and two, you know what I mean, it's easier for a man to detach emotions from sex in comparison to a woman, which is one of the reasons why, and let me point this out to you, this is one of the reasons why a male porn star tends to have a longer career on average than a woman porn star. I think they said a woman porn star, I think her average career is like 3.5 years, which really ain't much when you consider a lot of these girls get into porn the moment they turn 18. So, I mean, hell, look at Lana Rose. I think she started when she was 18, and she's, 22, 23, 24 now. And, you know, she got all her little drama issues going on, which I'm not going to get into that, because, I don't know, honestly, she come across a little two-faced and disingenuous to me, but I don't know. We'll probably save her for another video if I feel like speaking on it. But yeah, man, if I really had to be honest, man, I mean, I would say the sweet spot between 23 and 27. And another reason why I say that, to have kids in your 20s and lock down a man, is because when you start early, and this is something else I've noticed with women who have their kids early, they and this is just from my personal experience, you know what I mean? Because I don't want people to think, oh, like this is 100% true. But just from what I've seen, it does seem like the women who have their children early, they tend to have an easier time staying fit, because the older a woman gets, the harder it is for her to stay in shape. So when women start early, as far as, you know, staying in shape and all that, generally after having a child, if you've been working out, like, you can get your women. I've seen women who work out all the time after having a kid, they get their body back like that, because your body, it's this thing called muscle memory. So when you've been working out for so long and then you get pregnant and then you start working out again, ladies, your body come back just like that. It really does. Like, I've seen it with fitness girls on YouTube, social media, in real life. Like, real talk, y'all. Like, that is so critical. So that's just my advice for the ladies, because I just find this situation real sad, and I'm gonna be honest with you ladies, like, I used to have a certain resentment towards women who did OnlyFans, but it's really not the case anymore, because at the end of the day, I really can't blame the women for doing it. I mean, anything, I'm like, hell, I'm like, if I can make an easy buck like that, I'd be doing it too. I mean, hell, I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm like, if I, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna go there. But I gotta blame the men, bro. I got to. You know what I mean? And shout out to Myron Gaines, man, because he really opened my eyes to this. It's mostly men that are spewing his money out on these OnlyFans chicks. It's not women buying these subs, it's men. And I feel like the only way relationships and dating will ever be what it used to be is men need to start holding themselves accountable, know their worth, and quit giving these women validation, especially if it's a woman you don't know. Now, this is something that I've had to exercise myself on social media. Like, pretty much any woman I found attractive, oh yeah, like heart. Ooh, yeah, like heart. Ooh, yeah, she bad. Nah, I don't do that anymore, bro. Like, let me tell you now. When I react to a woman's picture on social media, it's because it's somebody that I've had interactions with, conversations with, or I know these people personally. Other than that, you won't catch me liking or hearting a female picture anymore. And that's one of the, and I gotta be honest with you, man, like, I'm pretty proud of myself, because that is something that wasn't easy for me. But it's like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like what Myron said, man, and I can't remember what episode it was, but what's the sense of giving women validation that, one, don't know who you are, two, don't give a damn about you, and three, are willing to take your money and not give nothing in return? So you don't even get any kind of validation back. On top of that, I'm like, dude, there's free porn all over the internet. So it's like, fellas, instead of taking that money and spending X amount of dollars per month on a chick that don't know you from a can of paint, why don't you take that money and invest it in an IRA account, or a 401k account, or some stocks, man, like something, bro, and take that money and invest it in yourself. Why take that money and give it to a chick who ain't gonna do nothing but take it and spend it on a Coach bag or something? Or she gonna take your money and spend it on the dude that she really like, the dude that she really smashing. And I can guarantee you, this dude is not cashing out for her like y'all cashing out for these chicks. Guarantee it. Damn, man, I feel like I just went on a Myron Gaines rant, man. Like, for real, bro. Like, it's real, man. Like, Like, we gotta stop this, man. Like, it's not gonna get any better until men stand up and say, enough is enough. We ain't giving y'all all this free ass non-sexual attention. We ain't about to be liking. Ain't about to be giving y'all money in y'all OnlyFans. I guarantee you, everything that I just named, if men stop doing all those things, and I'm talking like in mass, oh yeah, women will start acting different. When women will adjust, trust me, they will. But I just don't think it's ever gonna happen, man, because for the last God knows how many decades, man, men have been conditioned pretty much to be weak. No self-discipline. I mean, hell, shit, I still struggle with discipline. You know what I mean? I mean, it's tough. But at the end of the day, being disciplined is what gets you results in the end. And this channel is all about self-improvement and bettering self. And a big part of that is self-discipline, guys. I can't stress it enough. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this here, man. I tried to cover this story from both genders, man, on how it affects both genders, because I know some people are going to look at this channel and think, he just another guy bashing women. Nah, not really. I'm just trying to put both genders on notice, hold both genders accountable, because at the end of the day, y'all, I'm like, we better together than we are apart. And I genuinely feel like we in the middle of a gender war right now. All right, I'm out of here, y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I'll catch you in the next video, y'all. Deuces.